now look at using these poly spots to create an analog clock in the classroom. And of course I've got different colored ones to help articulate the different points around the clock. And I would begin by setting this up in the classroom, and as I am setting it up, I would ask the children what they think I might be making, because they of course have been studying analog clocks in the classroom, and see if they recognize if this is similar to something in the classroom. And if they haven't guessed, I might put down a numeral like this and see if that doesn't trigger an idea of what this might be in the classroom. And I would actually have the children set these up and find where they go. So I might give them a 3, and I would mix up the order. And of course, here we have an analog clock, which needs a center. And I just used a little hand because that was what we were focusing on, is the hour hand in terms of what hour it was around the clock. But before we get to that, I'm going to teach you a little chant that one child can do around the clock, just to learn the time, just a way to be able to count and recognize the numerals around the clock. And the dance element is they're going to be practicing jumping and rocking and stopping. And this, of course, is to a favorite tune of Rock Around the Clock, without words. So you start at 12 o'clock, and you stand nice and tall, and you're going to get ready to jump. Ready, here we go. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, rock. 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, stop. 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, rock. 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, stop. And then you get to rock around the clock tonight. Alright, so that was just exploring jumping around the clock, learning to just count the numerals as they occurred around the clock. Now we did lots of variations of this. One is to have all of the children standing on a spot at the clock and to hold up a time like this, and then the person standing at what this time is at the hour, let's say at 3, would sit down. And so that might look like, we'll do 3 o'clock. So so there are 12 children standing on the spots now, and they're going to dance on the clock. When the music stops, I'm going to hold this up. The person standing on that spot would sit down. So they get to do all their own little dancing on their spot. And I might encourage them to try jumping and twisting and stretching and maybe rocking, and then they freeze, and I would hold this up so everybody could see, and that person has to sit down on their spot. Okay. Now I could also hold up a digital version of 3 o'clock, so that they would then have to know that this digital version is the same as this, which would be the same as sitting down right here. We also could have the children move hands. If I had actual hands, they could find where this hand needs to go to show 3 o'clock. So those are several examples of exploring time and traveling with locomotor movement. Now sometimes there are 12 children here, but there could also be the other 12 children in the classroom could be holding their own little clocks. And when I hold up this picture, they need to find that time on their clock as well.